Hersam Acorn Newspapers, publishers of the Greenwich Post, New Canaan Advertiser, the Darien Times, the Ridgefield Press, the Weston Forum, the Wilton Bulletin, the Reading Pilot, the Lewisboro Ledger, the Monroe Courier, the Eastern Courier, the Trumbull Times, Fairfield Sun, Shelton Herald, the Stratford Star, the Milford Mirror, and the Valley Gazette.
Hersam Acorn and HANradio.com. The leader in local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in southwestern Connecticut.
This is your coffee break on HANradio.com.
It's Friday, May 29th, and this is your coffee break live on HANradio.com and streaming on the Hersam Acorn Network at HANradio.com/livestream. I'm Kate Czaplinski with John Kovach and Donald Eng off camera right now. We're back live at the ballpark at Harbor Yard with the rest of our team here today, John. And the weather's a lot different today, and there's some baseball that's going to happen.
Baseball tonight. Let's play two, and it's a beautiful day for it. We'll be starting at 5 with the second FCAC semifinal, that pitting Staples, the 2nd seed, versus Trinity Catholic, the 6th seed. Winner of that game will turn right around tonight and face Wilton, the 5th seed, for the FCAC title. That after Wilton knocked off top-seeded Darien 6-1 in a game we brought you Wednesday night, and it seems like so long ago. This would have been we're in the final day of a 3-day homestand, I guess, here at Harbor Yard.
Well, John, we also have a lot of news to get to today on your coffee break, and we're going to welcome Sam Corso later in the show of Treasured Time. They're just an organization that does great things for families where the parents are facing a potentially life-threatening illness, and they're actually having a special event soon we're going to talk about, and it's going to be right here. So that's cool. We're going to have her on later in the show. Don, what's happening on the roads right now?
Yeah, if I can remember how to do this. It's been a while.
Yeah, you haven't been with us.
It's been a
I thought you were allergic to the sun or something. You haven't come on any of our outdoor remotes.
Well, you've heard me say it. I'm one of those people that just really doesn't like being outside. But right now, if you are outside on the road, we've got road work in Fairfield, Parkway northbound at exit 40. That's going on until 3 o'clock today. The left lane closed there. Also, Milford on the connector southbound from the length of it, all the way from the Parkway to 95. Road work there until 3 o'clock. The left lane closed there southbound. As far as the weather goes, well, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get today. Sunny with a high near 78 tonight. Patchy fog possible after 3 a.m. Otherwise, mostly clear with a low right around 61. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers or thunderstorms after 2 o'clock.
5, 4, 3.
Then fog. And Sunday, a chance of showers. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 2. Mostly cloudy. Temperatures falling into the 60s and then into the 50s overnight. Right now, it is sunny and 74 degrees outside here at our outdoor Bridgeport studio. 70 in Fairfield, 74 in Ridgefield. Coffee break time, 11:04.
Thanks, Don. Well, John, what's going on in the news this morning?
Well, Kate, someone broke into Johnny's & Company barber shop in Darien between Thursday night, May 21st, and last Friday morning, taking more than $400 in cash, according to Darien police. Employees of the Heights Road business were at work until 7 o'clock that Thursday evening, then returned the next morning, entered through a back door. They noticed pry marks on the front door and frame, called police around 9:30 Friday morning. The owner of the store told police that $415 in cash that was in a lockbox is missing. Inspecting the scene, police noted that the break-in at the front door was relatively surgical, they said, with the resulting damage easy to overlook. The door frame was pried away just enough to slip the door's lock mechanism past it. Also, there were no signs that the lockbox had been forced open, police said. Police also noted there were no other burglaries or larcenies at nearby businesses. Detectives in Darien are investigating.
All right. Thanks, John. Well, getting to some Shelton news, actually, we're going to have Brad Durrell on Behind the News later in the show, and he's going to be talking about an interesting story there of the superintendent resigning, John. Well, last night, the Board of Aldermen in Shelton voted on the budget, and they did not increase the amount requested by the schools, which is part of the reason the superintendent stepped down. So taxes will not be going up in Shelton
Microphone
in the
cued.
new fiscal year, but the Board of Education may have to resort to layoffs. That's essentially the result of Thursday night's budget vote by the Board of Aldermen to approve a $120.76 million municipal budget for the next fiscal year, which begins on July 1st. The aldermen approved an overall budget that is about $70,000 higher than what was originally proposed by Mayor Mark Loretti, and followed Loretti's recommendation to give the Board of Education a $1.5 million budget increase, which is about 2%. Board of Ed officials have said they needed at least $3.25 million increase, or 3.6%, to avoid possible layoffs and other cutbacks. The city's tax rate will not change, remaining at 22.31 mils. Having an unchanged tax rate, Aldermanic President John Anglais said, will add stability to our business community, allowing them to grow and hopefully create much-needed jobs, and it helps Shelton families manage their living expenses, he said. The approved budget will give our citizens one of the most affordable tax rates in Connecticut, Anglais said, without any rising taxes. The approved, Anglais said city officials will provide the Board of Ed with $350,000 outside the operating budget to use on capital expenses. So the schools, again, in Shelton did not get what they were asking for, and I know that's part of the reason.
I'm looking forward to that discussion with Brad, who really knows Shelton. And there's a lot of personalities in that town. It's an interesting cover.
It is.
As expected, Kate, the Milford Planning and Zoning Board's denial April 7th of a plan to build a 257-unit apartment complex with an affordable component at 460 Bick Drive will be appealed in court. Thomas Lynch, attorney for the applicant, Garden Homes Residential of Stamford, said he has filed an appeal and that he anticipates it will take 6 to 9 months for the court to review and issue a ruling. The application was filed under the state's affordable housing regulations, which allows developers to override local zoning regulations and approvals and denials if a certain percentage of the units in an apartment complex fit the state's formula for affordable housing. So, and that's just one of several affordable housing cases going on in Milford right now.
Right. I know there's more on that story, too, at milfordmirror.com.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in some other news this morning, a Connecticut man has been convicted of hiring a hitman to kill his pregnant girlfriend after she refused to have an abortion. A jury in Hartford Superior Court found 23-year-old Carlton C.J. Bryan guilty Thursday of conspiracy to commit murder and being an accessory to murder. He faces a potential life prison sentencing. His sentencing is set for July 30th, according to the Associated Press. Prosecutors say Bryan hired his friend Matthew Allen Hall Davis to kill 21-year-old Shamari Jenkins, who was fatally shot in Hartford in April of 2013. Prosecutor Donna Mambrino said Bryan became angry and orchestrated a plan to have Jenkins killed after his efforts to get her to have an abortion failed. Hall Davis was convicted of murder and weapons charges. He was sentenced to 70 years in prison earlier this month. Coffee break time is 11:09. Don, anything changing out on the roads? I know it's getting hotter. A little hot over here.
It is a little hot over here. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Except,
come on, man.
Except just to tell you how much hotter it's getting. As far as the weather goes, the only thing new, we have road work now just started up in Meriden, 91 southbound at exit 17. That joins the earlier road work we have on the Parkway North in Fairfield at exit 40A until 3 o'clock today. Also on the Milford Connector southbound between the Parkway and I-95 until 3 o'clock today. Left lane closed there southbound. As far as the weather goes, sunny with a high near 78. It feels like we're pretty much there right now. Patchy fog possible after 3 a.m., otherwise mostly clear tonight. Low around 61. Perfect baseball weather. Tomorrow, chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high near 78, dropping into the 60s overnight. And Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Showers and thunderstorms likely after 2 o'clock. Temperatures only in the 60s. And the showers and thunderstorms will continue overnight, dropping down into the low 50s as the cool spring weather returns briefly. Right now, it is sunny, but you knew that. 75 degrees here in Bridgeport, 74 in Fairfield, 75 actually in Ridgefield. Darn sun glare. Coffee break time is 11:10.
All right, thanks, Don. When we come back, Don's going to take a look back at this day in history. We're also going to have a sports update and a lot more news coming up right after this.
Your child has fallen and broken his arm. You need to see an orthopedist fast. Think Coastal Ortho Express in Norwalk. Don't wait hours in the ER. Save a trip and money by going straight to an orthopedic specialist at Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care in Norwalk. No appointment necessary. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, 203-845-2070. Open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or call 203-845-2070. Fast.
The long winter is finally astern. Bait is invading the harbors, coves, and inlets. Stripers, fluke, and porgies are on the move. In the streams and lakes, trout, smallmouth, largemouth, and walleye have moved out of hibernation. At the dock shop, it's all systems go. And now in 2 locations, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, and their newest location at 609 Riverside Avenue in Westport. Bait, tackle, apparel, and of course, all the marine and nautical accessories that they're known for are ready for you at the dock shop. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Visit us at dockshop.com.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Alliance. We are an industry leader in coordinating transportation for large events such as corporate road shows, conferences, and special events. Our team of experts understands the dynamics and logistics of high-pressure situations and complex arrangements, all within a rapidly changing environment. Since 1999, we have added charter jets, event management, and personal protection to our range of services. Mention this ad for $25 off your next round-trip reservation. Alliance and you. Together, we can achieve the extraordinary. 855-546-6996 or alliancelimo.com.
All right.
Hersam Acorn and HANradio.com.
Welcome back to your coffee break.
That's why I said all right.
Stratford Orthodontics. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had given enough time yet. Welcome back to your coffee break presented by Stratford Orthodontics, HANradio.com. John Kovach with Kate Czaplinski all morning.
I am?
Rob Adams with me now because he's going to do sports. First, let's take a look back on this day in history with Donald Eng.
I'm not Kate Czaplinski either, guys.
No.
It's so.
Thanks for pointing that
we'll
out,
just,
guys.
We'll just clear that up.
Thanks for the help.
In case of any confusion
guys
there.
Are awesome.
We're going to start in 1453.
Yes, we are.
With the fall of Constantinople.
Ottoman was Istanbul.
Yes. Constantinople fell after a 53-day siege, ending the Byzantine Empire. That empire had stood since 330 CE. So an 1,100-year run ends on this day, 1453. Also, 1790, Rhode Island becomes the last of the original colonies to ratify the Constitution. It is admitted as the 13th U.S. state. 1919, a day that literally changed the universe, or at least how we understand it. Arthur Eddington and Andrew Claude Delachaux-Crommelin test and confirm Einstein's theory of relativity. The pair photograph light from a star bending as it passes the sun. This discovery and Eddington's accessible explanations of it make Einstein a household synonym for genius and made Eddington one of the first pop culture scientists. Eddington is the man who originated what we now call the infinite monkey theory. He explained that an army of monkeys banging on typewriters could write all the books in the British Museum to demonstrate that below a certain threshold, unlikely and impossible are scientifically the same. He also famously put Polish physicist Ludwig Silberstein in his place. When Silberstein congratulated Eddington for being one of the 3 men in the world who understood relativity, Eddington didn't answer. Silberstein urged him to not be so shy. Eddington replied he was just wondering who the third person might be. 1940.
Oh, snap.
The physicist smackdown. You don't really hear too much about that anymore.
Those relativity smackdowns, that's serious. It's getting
Only
real.
on the Big Bang Theory.
It's getting real. Them physicists start
Bazinga,
smacking
Don.
down.
I'm telling you. 1940, the first flight of the Vought F-4U Corsair, the first single-engine fighter to reach 400 miles per hour. The Corsair would become the dominant plane of the Pacific Theater, downing 11 Japanese fighters for every Corsair lost. There probably was not a requirement that it be awesome looking, but it was. There's something about it. And finally, 1953, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay become the first people to reach the summit of Mount Everest. They actually did it on Norgay's 39th birthday.
Perfect. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Tenzing Norgay. That is You Look Back in History. I'm Donald Eng, and it is 11:16.
And he's not Kate Czaplinski.
I'm
He
still
is not
Kate Czaplinski.
Can you imagine how cool it would be in 1940? You would be standing here because they built the Corsairs just that way along the coast. Right. You would be able to watch them shaking down the Corsairs, which they would build at what's now the old Army engine plant in Stratford, rolled them across the street, took off at what is now Sikorsky Airport, and did the shakedown flights here.
And they did it nonstop. They built about 11,000 of them in the over the next 10 years.
Yes.
So it would have been something to see, and as we always point out, something to hear. 18-cylinder, 2,200 horsepower.
Cool looking.
Awesome looking. Robert Conrad looks great getting out of one.
That was part of the design.
With a battery on his shoulder. Go
We need
ahead.
something
Knock it
Robert-
off my shoulder. I dare you.
I want something Robert Conrad's going to look good getting out of. With that, let's go to Robert Adams with sports.
Yes, indeed, with the notes written up by the great Sean Saylor. This is his computer, by the way. He is the man.
Our number one guy.
He works here at this point.
Yes, he does.
We start with softball. Despite mounting a late comeback, the Joel Barlow High softball team lost a 9-7 decision to Newtown in the Southwest Conference Championship on Wednesday. To girls lacrosse, Darienne's Mariah Mathias scored 1:14 into the third overtime period when the game became a sudden death contest to lift the Blue Wave to a 13-12 victory over the New Canaan Rams for the FCAC girls lacrosse title. Quite a day and night, I should say, for the Darien Blue Wave on the boys and girls sides of lacrosse. To SWC baseball, Massac defeated Bunnell 1-0 as Cameron Kovacek struck out 10 in the win for Massac. Massac last won the SWC title in 2002 when they defeated Notre Dame of Fairfield 6-1. On to boys lacrosse, as I was telling you, the Darien boys lacrosse team knocked off Ridgefield 9-5 last night. Down in Norwalk, Jack Niffen had 3 goals for the Blue Wave. Staples defeated Greenwich 4-0 in boys tennis. Now, the match began at Wilton High School, but was moved indoors to Intensity Fitness of Norwalk due to rain. Basically, they showed up, someone went, done, and that was it. Over. That easy.
Wait, they showed up and someone went what? Okay, just want to make sure we're clear. Okay.
We go for the sound effects here on Coffee Break. On the schedule today, of course, unless you've been living under a rock or not paying attention to what we're doing here at this spacious ballpark, we're obviously here for a doubleheader because they were supposed to play the FCAC semifinals back on Wednesday. Well, they got one game in, of course, as Wilton knocked off Darien. Then game 2, it could have maybe been played. I don't know. We're not going to debate it. It was so-so. I didn't hit rain until I was up on 25. At that point, the game might have been over. Anyway. Trinity Catholic and Staples was supposed to be played on Wednesday. Then they moved it to yesterday, and then they canceled that very early as well. So it's being played tonight, 4 o'clock, game number 1. Game number 2 will be the championship right after. So it's going to be tough for whoever wins that championship because the Wilton Warriors are sitting, on Chase lounges somewhere going, peel me a grape, guys, because they're ready to go. They're nice and rested.
They also, though, don't know what they're facing. Are they facing an off-speed pitcher? Are they facing a power pitcher? Are they facing a power-hitting team, a small ball team, a team that likes to run? They have no time to scout and prepare for what they're going to see.
No, they don't. Although the one thing is, all these teams have seen each other throughout the year, and you have a pretty good feeling if if Staples wins and they're able to come back with Ben Kasparius, obviously a lot of eyeballs have been on that young man. Or can Trinity Catholic bring Randy Polonia back tonight in the championship or in the semifinal? Both games are at play at this point. Both still have some outs left to give. So tonight will be a very interesting night here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. I'm very excited about it, which is why I'm going to try to also grab a chaise lounge, relax, rest, and be ready for the call at 4.
Be ready. You got
and
two.
have a grape peeled for you. Is that is that part of the
I'm
plan?
not the grape juice, maybe. I don't know. Although that cranberry lemonade that was floating around, that's pretty good stuff.
Oh, that was good.
We could have used some more of that. Anyway, it's an exciting day here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Excited to bring it to you here on HANradio.com with sports. I'm Rob Adams.
11:21 on your coffee break. Don, let's take a quick look at the roads, then we're going to take a break.
Very good. Okay, right now not too much has changed. We still have the incident on in Meriden, 91 northbound. Also, just reported on by the state DOT, roadwork on Route 9 south in Newington at exit 30 until 3 o'clock today. The left lane closed. That, of course, in addition to the roadwork in Fairfield Parkway north and the roadwork on the Milford Parkway south. As far as the weather goes, sunny day today. High near 78. Patchy fog after 3 a.m. Otherwise, mostly clear tonight. Low around 61. Chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. And then clearing up to a high of 78 again. Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms early. Then likely showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Low only in the 60s, dropping into the low 50s overnight. Right now, it remains brilliantly sunny and 74 outside Bridgeport studio. 70 in Fairfield, 75 in Ridgefield. Coffee break time is 11:22.
Don, thank you very much. As we get ready to head out for a break, I will magically turn back into Kate. John will still be John.
The magic of radio.
We got to make sure you guys both stay out of the sun a little bit too, though, because it is beating right down on us. So we'll keep rotating folks in and out today. But a good day. And again, before I do step out, Paul Herman, Jamie Toole, the staff of the Bluefish. I didn't get Dan's last name, but Dan opening up all the doors for us.
They couldn't have been better.
I mean, this is why you love having relationships with people like that, with an organization like the Bluefish, who have just given their ballpark to us for 3 days, even when there was no action here yesterday. So we can't thank them enough for everything.
And there's something about an empty ballpark. It just is so cool to be here.
It's so beautiful.
Isn't it great?
It's a little sad when you're here in the winter and it's snow, but when you're here on a day like this, it's so to me this is Doubleday all over again. This is Cooperstown for me again.
Oh, very much so. Also, when you're here on a day like today, and there's no activity right now, it's a little sleepy, a couple of people walking around, but you know that in a few hours this place is going to be alive. In the winter, hope seems so far off.
I hope, with the exception of dealing with traffic tonight, I'm hoping it's going to be a good house here tonight for a doubleheader.
I'm hoping as well, and I think you will, and you've had enough time to hype it.
We have, so we've built it up. We'll continue to build it up on Twitter and all the social media that you're seeing. Great pictures being sent out by Josh Fisher and others. I've tried to throw out a picture or two myself. So we'll keep you engaged and keep you going as we step out for a break. Kate will come back. I'll step out. You're listening and watching Coffee Break on HANradio.com and streaming live on the Hersam Acorn Network.
It's Lots of Characters, specializing in children's birthday parties with your child's favorite characters. When you want to party hardy, when you need to celebrate, call us, we won't be late. We help create lasting memories for you and your child on their special day. Call us at 203-590-1791 or visit our website at lotsofcharacters.org for more information and to see our party packages. Lots of Characters, 203-590-1791 or online at lotsofcharacters.org.
Located in the heart of picturesque downtown Ridgefield at 13 Governor Street, Colby's is the area's premier retailer for blinds, shades, shutters, and draperies, and is one of the select few Hunter Douglas Gallery dealers. A family-owned and operated company, Colby's experienced staff will work with you in choosing the best treatments for your home or office and offer free measuring and expert installation. Colby's also carries an extensive line of decorative fabrics including Schumacher, Durley, Tebow, and more. Or browse over 400 books in our wallpaper library from famous designers such as Stroheim, Schumacher, Ralph Lauren, Tebow, and York. Take advantage of our Fashion in Motion savings event with savings and rebates on Hunter Douglas shades with PowerRise technology. Colby's of Ridgefield. We are committed to your complete satisfaction. 203-438-8531.
The long winter is finally astern. Bait is invading the harbors, coves, and inlets. Stripers, fluke, and porgies are on the move. In the streams and lakes, trout, smallmouth, largemouth, and walleye have moved out of hibernation. At the dock shop, it's all systems go. And now in 2 locations, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, and their newest location at 609 Riverside Avenue in Westport. Bait, tackle, apparel, and of course, all the marine and nautical accessories that they're known for are ready for you at the dock shop. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. Visit us at dockshop.com.
Now you can keep up with what's happening in Darien with the convenience of the Darien Times Online. Your choice. Print or digital subscription for just $45 a year. Or get the print and digital bundle for just $10 more, $55 a year. To subscribe to the Darien Times, go to hersamsecure.com/CIRC or call the circulation department at 203-894-3388. The Darien Times, now in print and online. Don't miss a single issue. Subscribe today.
You're listening to Hersam Acorn Radio.
We are back with your coffee break live from the ballpark at Harbor Yard. I'm Kate Czaplinski with John Kovach, Don Eng, the rest of our team. You can listen to us at hanradio.com or watch us live streaming at hanradio.com/livestream. And now we're joined by Sam Corso of Treasured Time. Sam, so happy to have you on.
It's a pleasure to be on with you guys.
And you guys are very familiar with the ballpark here.
We are.
And you have a special event coming up later in June, right?
The 27th and 28th, we'll be hosting our 2nd annual softball marathon. So it's going to be a little bit different than what we did last year. Last year we played for 24 hours straight. This year we're going to break it up into Saturday and Sunday. So games start at 7 a.m. The last game kicks off at 6:15. And on Saturday we actually have a home run derby here.
Oh, wow. Fun. And for people that aren't familiar with Treasure Time, can you tell us a little bit about what the mission is and what it's all about?
Absolutely. So Treasure Time is almost like Make-A-Wish, but it's for parents with a life-threatening illness, which is very close to everybody. I mean, everybody knows someone who has a family member who's suffering from cancer or ALS or anything else like that. And what we do is we create a lasting memory for them. So we send their family on a staycation, a vacation. We just give them that one last golden opportunity to enjoy life with their family.
That's amazing.
Now, you've been with Treasure Time since the beginning, right? Essentially, because I remember when a year ago we had Suzanne on, and they were fundraising for the Bruno family, which was going to be the first time they had actually sent someone away. Talk about the growth of this organization. I mean, you got from starting from scratch a year ago to NBC News.
I mean, Heather Bruno, she touches my heart so dearly. She was just an amazing woman. She's the reason I stayed with the organization, essentially. I started off as an intern with them last year, and she's just an amazing woman. She was so positive, so upbeat, and her morale really encouraged everybody else on our team to get involved. So we've been growing much bigger. We're doing more events. We do a shopping event. We do a lot of casino trips, which are always fun time. This is probably one of our biggest events that we do, and we're really reaching out more. We're getting families from Waterford and Middlebury, and we have tons of applications coming in, so we just want to keep growing out of the valley.
And it's been, 8 families so far in the last year? Or it's 8 or 9, I thought it was.
It's about 8, yeah.
And what are some of the wishes or experiences that you guys have been able to grant?
So most of our families, they've gone to Disney. We've sent them on a staycation up north to an indoor water park. We have a family coming up this year, a family of 4 with a father with brain tumor. They're going to go on a staycation to Mystic, just the weekend there, see the aquarium, everything like that. We do have a family, 2 families actually, the Olette family and the DeRoche family. They're going to go on a Caribbean cruise, which I'm so excited for them. They're going to have a great time.
That's just incredible because, those experiences, you really are, like you said, creating memories. And at that time in their life when things are so difficult, that must just be such a relief to have that taken care of.
Absolutely. It gives them that escape. For 1 minute, it's I'm not sick. It's I'm enjoying life with my family. I'm taking it all in. I'm not worried about bills or treatments or anything like that.
Right. And so this event coming up, big deal. How many people are you hoping to get involved?
We want to fill up every single game that we possibly can. We have a couple of spots that we're looking to fill. Sunday, we want lots of teams to get in here. So our goal is to fill up as many teams as we can and have them bring everybody they possibly can down. The concession stands will be open. We're going to have probably cornhole we did last year.
Oh, nice.
So it
Love
gives somebody
cornhole.
to do, so everyone something to do after in between games.
So how does a team that wants to get involved sign up for this?
Okay, so you can go to our website and you can get our contact information through there. You're going to contact Jen Moffitt. She's going to handle all your registration stuff. We'll send you your player waivers, your forms, everything that you possibly need. And it's $250 per team, and the team has to be of at least 10 people. So it comes out to about $25 a person, and you're guaranteed a game. We have 3 different levels that we're looking for: beginner, intermediate, and advanced teams. But it doesn't matter if you're a men's team, a co-ed team, just a women's team. We want everybody to get out here and play.
And what about spectators? Is it admission charge to benefit the cause?
It's $2 for an entry fee.
Nice.
So that's not bad at all.
All good deal. Wow.
So, and as you said, the concessions are open. So a lot of ways that you can support Treasured Time and its mission during this weekend softball marathon.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Sam, thanks so much for coming on and talking to us about this. I mean, we lost a couple of papers a minute ago when the breeze picked up. But that's part of doing live remote broadcast.
I thought you guys were going to make a
outside.
grab for it, and I was thinking to myself, that's a disaster.
I'm like, I'm going over if I do that.
Well, Sam Corso of Treasure Time website, or how can people find out more about the organization?
Check us out either on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And we also have our own website, www.treasuretime.org.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Sam. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more news on your coffee break after this.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Did you know that taking dance lessons is a great date night idea? Arthur Murray Grand Ballroom of Greenwich is a fabulous place to learn to dance and meet new people. Located at 6 Lewis Street, our studio is staffed with professional instructors ready to teach you salsa, waltz, rumba, hustle, tango. There's a dance for every season. And we are rated #1 on the Knot.com. We are the wedding dance specialists. Take advantage of our new student offer, only $49. Call 203-769-1800. Visit us online at arthurmurraygreenwich.com.
It's easy to advertise on HANradio.com. Reach 263,000 listeners each month with our sports programming and talk programming. Call Mary Ann Hersam at 203-417-5199.
Hersam Acorn and HANradio.com.
Welcome back to your coffee break, presented by Stratford Orthodontics on HANradio.com, streaming on the Hersam Acorn Network. John Kovach with Kate Czaplinski this time. Donald Eng with us. Rob Adams will be back with sports. We'll be giving you more news until noon, then back with Behind the News at noon.
Oh, yeah. One of our guests just arrived. I see Caitlin Bradshaw, the Reading Pilot.
Very cool.
So, yeah, excited about that. That's coming up at noon. But getting back to some other news, Trumbull police broke up an underage drinking party earlier this month being held while the parents were away. Police sent a press release yesterday that they were called to 67 Cranberry Drive on May 16th around 10:30 at night after receiving a report of the party. Upon arrival, police said several partygoers who were in the backyard ran into the house, and the yard was littered with beer cans and plastic cups. The resident, Megan Collins, who's 19 years old, admitted that her parents were out of town and she was hosting a party for her friends who were all under 21. Collins was issued a summons and court date for permitting minors to illegally possess alcohol, and she was released on a promise to appear. Relatives responded to the home to assist in arranging rides and contacting parents for teens at the party. Now, obviously, this happened a few weeks ago. My suspicion is they released it now to kind of remind students as they're getting to this end of of the year time of graduations and proms that, this kind of thing's not going to be tolerated.
Yeah, it's unusual that they would wait to announce
Yes.
that. But this is the time of year, and we're seeing this in several of our towns.
I was just thinking my rule of thumb is starting about 8 or 9 years from now, just don't ever go out of town.
Yeah, just don't leave the house.
Just don't leave the house.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'll need it.
One place you may not be able to go, Don, is the Oakdale Theater, because a cease and desist order remains in place for the Oakdale and Wallingford. But organizers are saying that the show will go on. The Oakdale's busy summer concert season is scheduled to kick off in a couple of weeks. At the same time, the theater is squaring off with Wallingford Planning and Zoning Commission over noise complaints. They appealed the cease and desist Wednesday night, was voted down at that planning and zoning meeting. But they say the schedule will not be affected, that they will continue to book concert. That from Jim Koplik, who is president of Live Nation. He said that to WTNH. They're contending that the noise is too loud, that the dome is sometimes used for events. It's technically labeled as a lobby. But the Oakdale insists they're not going anywhere. There's going to be a meeting June 8th with Planning and Zoning in Wallingford. I would hate to see that venue.
I know.
Now,
It sounds like it's only a couple of neighbors.
How
who are
long
upset,
exactly has the Oakdale not been there when they bought their houses? Did they
I
not
know.
know there was a concert venue right next door?
According to that director, right, he said that it kind of started once those people moved in.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Connecticut essentially full-time for 32 years, and I can't remember the Oakdale not being there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't ever remember a question about the Oakdale Theater operating. So this is one of those, I'm going to move next to the
It's
airport.
a landmark in that area.
Exactly.
I
I'm going to move next to the high school football stadium, airport,
Yes.
concert venue, and I'm going to complain.
Right.
Just stop it. Stop it now.
Is that what grinds your gears,
That
John?
grinds my
Editorial
gears.
comment. Just stop it.
Just stop it.
Knock it off.
All right. Well, getting to some other news, a principal at one of Shelton's elementary schools has submitted her resignation. Booth Hill School Principal Kathleen Sheehy plans to resign, according to School Superintendent Freeman Burr, at a May 27th Board of Ed meeting where Burr also announced he'd be resigning at the end of the calendar year. Sheehy was unable to attend the meeting because she has been tending to a family matter, Burr said. The Board of Ed has posted the job opening on its website with a desired start date of July 1st. The Booth Hill School Principal's job opening was officially posted May 26th. According to a 2007 New Haven Register article, Sheehy was appointed Booth Hill principal in 2007 and previously had taught in various school districts, including in Illinois and Connecticut. Sheehy will be the third Shelton Elementary School principal to leave the district in recent years. New principals have been appointed at Long Hill and Sunnyside schools during that time period. At a May 27th Board of Ed meeting, as we said, Burr also announced that he's stepping down December 31st.
We'll be talking more about that with Brad Durrell,
Yes, we
Shelton
will.
Herald editor, on Behind the News at noon. Staying in the Valley, Ansonia police are trying to determine what happened to a man who was found on the ground on Westfield Avenue Wednesday night, according to the Valley Indy. Police think the man was assaulted. His family thinks he may have been the victim of a hit and run. What is clear, according to the Valley Indy, is that Gary Menace Sr., an Ansonia father of 5, was in Bridgeport Hospital with a concussion because of the head injury, police said. He has no recollection of what happened. Mena was recently laid off from a job in the construction industry. He was making a Domino's pizza delivery to a house in the area of 237 Westfield Ave around 9:30 Wednesday when he was injured. His daughter told the Valley Indy that he has a severe concussion but no broken bones. His family, based on conversations with friends on that block, believe he may have been struck by a car which fled the scene. They said a truck, it's unclear whether an SUV or a pickup or something larger, may have been seen on the street around 9:30 that night. His daughter said her father can't remember anything past Sunday. Police think he may have been assaulted. If you have information, you're being asked to contact Ansonia Police, 203-735-1885.
Thanks, John. Well, kind of an interesting police item out of Darien. A wrought iron table and a pair of chairs have gone missing from a Darien woman's patio. The resident reported it on Monday, May 18th, and apparently that's just fine with some who live nearby. According to police, the woman said she noticed the items are gone but doesn't know when it happened. 2 chairs were left behind at her home near the downtown area off Leroy Avenue. The table has a circular glass top, and the pieces of the set are green surface wrought iron. A home aide who's been providing care for the woman for about the last 2.5 months doesn't recall ever seeing the patio set. Further obscuring the window of time when the items may have been taken, officers asked some neighbors about the table, and the neighbors said they were happy it was stolen because it looked awful. An investigation into the matter continues. Coffee break time is 11:40. Don, anything changing out there on the roads?
Yes, actually, there is. We have one new thing. The DOT just reported about 3 or 4 minutes ago. There has been a one vehicle crash on I-84 eastbound in Danbury, about a quarter mile past exit 4. I'm not seeing any word yet on any potential delays or a timetable for a cleanup, but that is reported. 84 eastbound in Danbury. There is a crash there, and other than that, just the normal traffic we've been working with all morning. Parkway northbound in Fairfield. Road work there until 3 with a lane closed. And also on the Milford Connector southbound, that also until 3 with the left lane closed. And the weather is going to be pretty much what we have now all day. Sunny, 78 degrees anticipated for a high today, dropping down to about 63 overnight. Tomorrow, chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny with a high right about 78 again. And Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms early, then likely showers and thunderstorms after 2 o'clock. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, with temperatures dropping into the low 60s and then into the 50s overnight. Right now, it is 74 and still sunny. Outside our outdoor Bridgeport studio, it has cooled off to 69 degrees in Fairfield, 75 in Ridgefield. Coffee break time, 11:42.
All right, thanks, John. Well, we're going to take a break, be back with another look at local sports and some more news before we wrap up this coffee break and head into Behind the News. So that's coming up after this.
Healthy, confident smiles begin at Stratford Orthodontics. Conveniently located on Main Street, we are Stratford's hometown orthodontist. We offer the latest in orthodontic technology, including Damon braces and Invisalign. We always accept new patients. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation. 203-375-8332. Stratford Orthodontics, 2499 Main Street, Stratford. 203-375-8332. And online at stratfordsmile.com.
Did you know that taking dance lessons is a great date night idea? Arthur Murray Grand Ballroom of Greenwich is a fabulous place to learn to dance and meet new people. Located at 6 Lewis Street, our studio is staffed with professional instructors ready to teach you salsa, waltz, rumba, hustle, tango. There's a dance for every season. And we are rated #1 on the knot.com. We are the wedding dance specialists. Take advantage of our new student offer, only $49. Call 203-769-1800. Visit us online at arthurmurraygreenwich.com.
It's easy to advertise on HANradio.com. Reach 263,000 listeners each month with our sports programming and talk programming. Call Marianne Hersam at 203-417-5199.
Hersam Acorn and HANradio.com.
Welcome back to your coffee break on HANradio.com, streaming live on Hersam Acorn Network. John Kovach with Donald Eng. Kate Czaplinski has stepped off. Rob Adams joining us for sports.
I dance in.
That's it.
Sorry, high-level conversations upstairs, John.
I'm sure there are. And we're high above the ballpark
I was going to say,
at Harbor
speaking
Yard.
of which, hold the mayo, what was the high level?
Yeah.
No, nothing like that yet.
You want chips with that?
That's a good question, actually.
All right, Rob. We're going to be here all day. We'll do Behind the News here. We'll kick it back to Ridgefield for audio-only radio arts and leisure.
Yep.
And then a 4 o'clock start. You can listen to baseball while you sit in traffic on the way home this summer Friday afternoon as we bring you Game 1 of the FCX semifinal. Well, Game 2 of the FCX semifinal doubleheader. Game 1 of today's doubleheader.
That's right.
Game 2 will be the FCX final between that winner and Wilton. Rob.
All right, John, and we're going to have a wonderful day here. Looking forward to both of the games. We'll be here for you, as John said. Now, we will take a little break. We'll go dark completely for a short stretch, but we'll be back with you. In fact, you know what? Maybe we won't go dark. I just had a brainstorm. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a moment. As for the pairings in the state, we've got some good stuff in baseball, and we're starting to think about where we will be on Monday if we're somewhere. But let me get through some of what Sean Saylor's got for me from Class L. Number 2 Fairfield Prep will host number 31 Hall on Monday. All these games are 3:30 starts. Number 3 Glastonbury will have Danbury come visit them. Number 4 Staples will host 29 Hamden. Number 5 Darien will host number 28 Newington. Number 6 Shelton will host the 27th seeded West Haven Blue Devils. Number 8 Norwalk will host number 25 Bristol. Number 9 Wilton will host Xavier. All these again Monday at 3:30. Simsbury will host Trumbull. That's the 23 seed. Fairfield Ward will host the Greenwich Cardinals. That's the 21 seed. Ward, the 12 seed. And finally, Stanford will host number 18 Naugatuck. So that's everything from Class LL. I just started dipping into Class L, John. And among the pairings that I saw, New Canaan will have a excuse me.
We're here at the ballpark at Harvey. I'm running down the states.
Technical difficulties here. Hold on a second.
Okay, we're good.
So we're running down the states with Rob Adams.
The choking Rob Adams. So New Canaan will have a game at Meade Park on Monday as well. So, we're trying to figure out where we're going. That's kind of what our reaction was off the air.
Who are they playing? New Canaan and...
Went right out of my brain.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later. Because we can talk about this around the games because we have to fill in between. We do a pregame, do the first game, and then you're filling the time in between the games, which really became a filibuster for me on Wednesday night. I'll say that.
Didn't mean to be that way, but it did kind of turn out that way. So, yeah, we've got some stuff to do as we get ready for what goes on here later on today. And it's, they're going to be 2 good games. Staples to me has been that team that has been, at least if not the number 2 seed all season, the number 1 seed, because that's how good Staples has looked to me. And when we saw them a couple of times. We saw them in Ridgefield where they did beat the Tigers, and then we saw them against the top seed Darien, and they dominated them, to be quite honest, behind Ben Kasparius.
Did Staples dominate them? Did Kasparius dominate them? That's what remains to be seen.
Kasparius did dominate them.
And when do you pitch Kasparius? Do you pitch him game 1? Do you pitch him game 2?
Right.
Do you start him and go 2-3 innings
How many
game
outs
1?
does he have left?
Yeah. It's so many questions when it comes to managing a pitching staff at this level.
Absolutely true. So I think we've got a couple of interesting games. You've got to figure out how to manage your pitching today, and then what does the championship bring you? Wilton's just going to be sitting and waiting for the opposing team at what time. Even those kinds of decisions have to be made. What time do you get your ball club here? Do you want them to sit here and scout, but do you want them sitting here to have all that time to be in the ballpark? Personally, I'd love it, but that might tire you out.
It's a distraction festival, too, though.
Kids.
It is. You're a kid in a ball. Great experience. It's a distraction festival.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I hope it's going to be a great atmosphere. I hope traffic doesn't deter people from coming out. They're reasonable prices to come out here and watch these games. The concessions, the food is good. The atmosphere is great. You've got everything that goes on. You watch the trains come and go. You watch the ferry come and go. You bring your phone and you listen to me yak it up for a couple of hours. So it's all good here.
Yeah, come on. I mean, it's a great opportunity to see the ballpark and see what it offers, and then decide you're going to come back for a few Bluefish games.
Easy for you to say.
And I'm going to let you stay on the air for another hour?
Yeah, I know. Sure about that?
In any event, come on out here. It'll be great. Shows off the ballpark, and the ballpark is improving every day. Don't think it's not. They're getting ready for an all-star game here in about a month's time. The Bluefish are ready to go, so come on out. Enjoy the games here tonight.
All right, Rob, we'll hear from you more in a little while.
Gentlemen, talk to you later.
Thank you, sir. Story we continue to follow out of New Canaan. And the New Canaan Advertiser, Michael Katarivas, has been tweeting it heavily out of the hearing room. There's a hearing going on at New Canaan Police Headquarters on the future of Officer John Milligan. It's a termination hearing. He did not remove his ex-wife from his insurance package after they got divorced. There are questions as to can he just repay it. Some are calling for his termination. He's fighting to keep his job. He is testifying today. We are certain that there will be a story on ncadvertiser.com later today. If that testimony wraps up and we can get more detail, we will try to bring you more detail on Behind the News at noon. Right now, it's 11:50 on your coffee break presented by Stratford Orthodontics. Let's throw it to Donald Eng for a check of the roads and the weather.
Okay, right now we just have, in the last few minutes, the state DOT is reporting that there's now road work in Stamford Parkway southbound at exit 33. That's Den Road. Also, there is still that crash in Danbury 84 eastbound, a quarter mile past exit 4. There's been no updates on that and no timetable for clearing it. As far as the weather goes, sunny day today, right around 78 for the high. Maybe a little bit of fog after 3 a.m., otherwise mostly clear tonight, low 61. Tomorrow, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, patchy fog before overnight, otherwise mostly sunny, with a high of 78, again down to 63 overnight, and a chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Then a strong possibility of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Otherwise mostly cloudy, with temperatures in the low 60s, dropping down to the low 50s Sunday night. Right now, it remains, I think it's actually getting sunnier.
Well, I don't see any clouds in the sky, so I think it's going to remain pretty sunny, Don.
It's about as sunny as it's going to get. It is sunny and 74 degrees outside our outdoor Bridgeport studio, 69 in Fairfield, 70. Glare, hold on. Stand by.
Okay.
76
right.
in Ridgefield.
All
Coffee
right.
break time, 11:52.
Thanks, Don. Well, we do have a nice breeze coming off of Long Island Sound. And speaking of Long Island Sound, with the start of summer, Bridgeport's very own Seaside Park won a reader poll that was held by the Connecticut Post, naming it the best beach in southwestern Connecticut. Seaside Park occupies 325 acres of beach, fields, and glades on the Long Island Sound in Bridgeport. The award-winning beach spans 3 miles off the coast and is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 o'clock at night. Calvert Vaux and Frederick Law Olmsted, who designed Central Park in New York City, were the architects of Seaside Park. Work began on the park after the Civil War and took decades of construction to take on its current form. P.T. Barnum also played a critical role in creating Seaside Park. Bridgeport's most famous resident envisioned the first marine rural park in the United States. His vision was to give all future generations the benefits and blessings of Seaside Park.
Isn't it a tragedy that all of Barnum's Bridgeport mansions met such a sad end? Just imagine how great it would be if Iranistan was still standing.
Right.
Such a beautiful area, Seaside Park. Really, what
It is.
drew me up here. I mean, you go to the campus at UB, and you're right adjacent to Seaside. I mean, you walk out, you're on Seaside Park. I'm like, why go anywhere else? And one place we do need to talk to and maybe visit at some point is the Barnum Museum, which you can see the dome from where we are here on the 3rd level at Harbor Yard. And his legacy in this town, I mean, basically made Bridgeport.
Mm-hmm. And one of the great things they do when the circus comes every year, they walk the elephants from the train station up to the courtyard in front of the Barnum Museum as kind of the tribute to PT.
Right. Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up a little bit early. Coming up, though, we have Behind the News at noon. We're going to do that live here from the ballpark at Harbor Yard. You can listen to us at HNRadio.com, watch us on the live stream. So that's coming up right after this in just a few minutes.
Hersam Acorn and HANRadio.com. The leader in local news, sports, arts, and entertainment in southwestern Connecticut.